Have you ever given your whole life to a dream, only to feel incredibly empty when you finally reached it? Or maybe you felt lost and wondered why the way to success seemed so complicated and vague. We're often shown a sanitized version of success, a highlight reel that leaves out the important, ugly facts. But ancient knowledge gives us a different map, one that is more honest and lasts longer, to find our way to life's biggest goals. It's time to find out what really works for success that no one tells you. A lot of people think that going after a goal is like following a straight line. You set goals, work hard, and eventually you reach them. But life doesn't usually go in such a neat, planned way. Getting to the top of something important almost always involves a lot of turns and twists. You will come across detours you didn't expect. You'll find that some roads you thought were clear are now blocked. There will be times when you doubt yourself, which will make you question your whole path. This is just the way things are. It doesn't mean you failed. Think about climbing a mountain. You don't just stand there. You have to get around rocks and find new ways to hold on. Sometimes you may even have to go down a little to find a better way to go up. Taking a step back, reevaluating, and trying a new method are often necessary to make real progress. There will be times when your efforts don't show effects right away. There will be times when you feel like you can't move forward or are stuck. These things aren't failures. They're just part of the process. They teach you to wait. They make you stronger. They make you change and come up with new ideas. Being aware of this helps you let go of rigid standards that can make you unhappy. You don't have to see differences as problems. You can see them as chances. Every unplanned turn gives you a fresh view and a chance to discover something important about yourself or your path. It makes you more mentally agile and flexible, which is much more useful than having a set plan. Take the twisting road. Keep in mind that growth isn't always going up. It can also level off or even go down sometimes. This kind of understanding frees you from anger and lets you keep going, even when it's not clear what to do next. Your steady dedication, even when things aren't clear, is what really shows your growth. It's about realizing that the end goal is important, but the path itself makes you who you are. We often want other people to approve of us. We want people to notice and praise our hard work and accomplishments. People have a natural need to be seen and appreciated, but counting on praise or praise from others to make us feel good about our work is like building a house on sand. External confirmation is weak and only lasts for a short time. People can forget a praise from today the next day. With just a little shift in public opinion, praise can turn into criticism. Think about how quickly tastes change and how heroes are praised one day and questioned the next. If what other people think of you is the only thing that matters, your inner happiness will always be at the mercy of things you can't control. This need for praise can make people feel like they are always on the hunt for more, never really feeling like they have enough. This never-ending quest is tiring and in the end, pointless. It takes your attention away from what really matters. Being honest, having ethics, and doing work you believe in. You should really feel rewarded for your hard work when you finish a task and know that you followed your values. You should also feel rewarded when you grow as a person along the way. When you get your sense of self-worth from your own actions and beliefs, you can't be shaken. You are not swayed by short-lived trends or views. You really feel like you're stable inside. Your success is now based on your own standards, not the constantly changing wants and needs of the crowd. This inner strength lets you go after what's important to you, no matter if it gets you praise from other people. It lets you live your true self, knowing that your own morals and the honesty of your deeds are the best ways to prove your worth. Set your base on strong values that will last long after the crowd has gone home. Even though no one likes to talk about it, failure is a part of everything that is worth doing. This is not the end. It is an important part of growth that can't be skipped. There is a chance that something new, especially something hard, won't go as planned every time you try it. You could trip, fail, or completely miss the mark. At times like these, it can be discouraging or even heartbreaking. But think about this. Everyone you look up to as great has had many setbacks along the way. They didn't stay away from them. Instead, they learned from them. Think of a kid who is just starting to walk. They fall a lot, but each time they do, they learn something new about balance, getting back on their feet and pushing off. It doesn't bother them that they fall down sometimes because they know that's how you learn to walk. This is something we adults forget all the time. We start to fear making mistakes because we see them as signs of our flaws instead of chances to get better. This fear can stop us from taking chances or trying new things that we need to. Everything changes when you look at a failure with interest instead of shame. You might ask, what did this teach me? Why should I do something different next time? How can I get smarter, stronger, and better at what I do with this experience? From this point of view, failing is not a dead end, but a useful lesson. It turns into a starting stone that gives you important information that success alone can't give you. It makes you stronger by showing you how to bounce back, change, and keep going, even when things get hard. Accept that every failure is just input, a piece of information that helps you get better. It shows you what needs to be changed, where your understanding might be lacking, or where your plan needs to be improved. Without these ideas, it would be impossible to be truly successful in the long term. Don't give up when things don't go your way. Instead, focus on the lesson, take it to heart, and get ready to move forward with more strength and a better sense of what to do. The real key to long-term success is your ability to bounce back and learn from these setbacks. Most of the time, we wait for a strong drive to start big projects or finish tough ones. We hope that rush of fresh energy and thrill will help us move forward. Motivation, on the other hand, isn't always reliable. It comes and goes, and when we need it the most, it often goes away. It's like depending on the sun for all of your lighting. It can be bright, but clouds can also block it. Discipline is a much more reliable thing that keeps people working hard over time and leads to steady growth. When you have discipline, you know you have to do what needs to be done no matter how you feel at the time. You have to choose to show up and work, even if you're tired, bored, or not motivated. Every day, week after week, small actions that are done consistently add up to big results over time. Imagine a person who is getting ready for a race. There are many days when they don't want to run because their body's hurt or the weather is bad, but they keep going because they are disciplined and stick to their training plan. They don't go running because they want to, but because they always do it. This idea is true in all parts of life. Want to get better at something? Train yourself to practice regularly, even if it's only for a short time. Do you want to reach a big goal? Break it down into steps that you can handle and be disciplined enough to do those steps every day. Discipline is great because it helps you move forward. Getting better at something means doing it more often. It turns things that were hard to do into things that you do without thinking. In a strange way, when you act with discipline over and over again, inspiration often follows. Success doesn't wait for inspiration. It grows from steady, focused work. Don't wait until you feel great to start. Start anyway. If you make it a habit to do what needs to be done, you will create an unstoppable force inside you that can do much more than short-term inspiration ever could. This steady, persistent work is what makes long-lasting success possible. These days, people often paint a broad picture of success. We think of pictures of money, fame, power, and material things as the highest signs of success. A lot of the time, society tells people what success looks like, and a lot of them feel like they have to fit into that mold. When we look at other people's highlight reels, we internalize what they mean by having it all. But this outside measure of success can be harmful. When you try to achieve someone else's idea of success, you might feel empty, hollow, and strangely empty, even if you do. Real success isn't a set plan for everyone. It's a trip that you make for yourself. It means making sure that your actions are in line with your deepest values, living a life that fits your unique purpose, and finding happiness in ways that are true to who you are. What makes you feel calm? What really makes you feel alive? How would you like to make the world a better place? Asking what other people want from you is not nearly as important as these questions. For one person, success could mean making a business that employs thousands of people and brings them great joy. For someone else, it might be taking care of a loving family and making a real difference in their neighborhood. For someone else, it might be committing their life to making art or finding new scientific information. Even if it means not making money or getting attention, there isn't just one right answer. You gain a lot of clarity and power when you take the time to describe what success means to you, without any outside pressures. You stop chasing false dreams and start making a life that feeds your soul. This inner compass guides you to make decisions that are in line with your deepest desires. This gives you a deep sense of meaning and contentment that no amount of praise from others can match. Living a life that you truly consider great and that reflects your unique spirit and values is what you should be proud of. It's very easy to get stuck when you look at what other people have, what they've done, and how far they seem to have come. As we scroll through social media, we see carefully chosen pictures of people with perfect lives, great jobs, and impressive successes. Being constantly exposed to other people's highlight reels can subtly but significantly hurt our own sense of growth and worth. Comparison steals your happiness and stops you from going on your own path without you even realizing it. You are usually comparing your battles, doubts, and mistakes to someone else's well-polished, well-presented exterior when you compare yourself to them. This is an unfair comparison that will make you feel bad about yourself, down, and jealous. Takes your attention away from your own unique road and the progress you've already made. The path of each person is unique. We all have different tools, start from different places, face different challenges, and naturally have different skills. Comparing your growth to someone else is like comparing an apple to an orange and then feeling bad that you're not more like the orange. You should spend your time and energy on growing, getting better, and being your best self. Honor the little wins you've made. Feel proud of how far you've come. Make it your goal to improve yourself today compared to yesterday. This new way of looking at things is very freeing. It lets you value your own skills and weaknesses without always needing to be approved of by others. You get your power back when you stop looking at other people from the side and start focusing on your own road. You learn to be thankful for what you have and what you are making. It doesn't matter what other people think about your trip. It has its own value. Pay attention to your lane, run your race, and enjoy the progress you've made in your own way. In the end, this is the only comparison that counts. Getting something really important in life almost always costs something. It is a deep truth that to be truly successful, you have to make big sacrifices. You have to give up something less important in order to get something more important. It's not just about the money. It's about being ready to give up short-term pleasures, comfort, or ease in order to reach a deeper, bigger goal. Imagine someone learning something new. They give up hours of free time, social events, and even sleep to work on their craft, study it, and get better at it. When someone starts a business, they might give up financial security, personal time, and comfort for years on end so they can focus on their goal. If someone wants to find inner peace, they might give up old habits like blaming, complaining, or chasing outside distractions, and instead do the disciplined work of self-reflection and awareness. These sacrifices are not punishments. They are choices that people have made. They are investments in the person you want to be in the future and the life you want to make. You can't expect to get something truly amazing by only doing what is simple or safe. You can only grow when you leave your safe zone. You show how committed, strong, and deeply you want something by being able to make these sacrifices. You care more about your long-term goals than your short-term pleasures. By choosing to give up certain things, you actually make your character stronger. It makes you more disciplined, patient, and gives you a strong sense of purpose. When you finally achieve your important success, knowing how much work and dedication went into it makes the feeling of accomplishment even stronger. Not only the result makes you happy, but also the path of change and the sacrifices you make along the way that make you stronger and more capable. Take into account the fact that big goals require big investments. What are you ready to give up in order to build the life you want? People often teach us to judge our success by things like the amount of money we have, the title on our business card, the awards on our resume, or the things we buy. These accomplishments may make you feel good in the short term, but they rarely give you long-term happiness. A deep truth is that inner peace often wins over success in the outside world. If your inner world is a mess, you can have all the outward signs of success and still feel restless, anxious, or unsatisfied. If, on the other hand, your internal state is aligned, you can be in tough situations outside of yourself and still feel deeply calm and satisfied. Well-being that lasts comes from inside. It doesn't depend on things that are mostly out of your control. Inner peace is a way of thinking, feeling, and accepting what is going on around you, no matter how bad it is. Being able to be happy with what you have right now and not let life's ups and downs bother you is what it means to be truly present. You should still work toward your goals and take care of your duties. Instead, it means you have a different attitude about your goals. You work toward outside goals not because you think they will make you happy, but because they fit with your values and purpose. The most important thing is still your mental state. Developing inner peace makes you less affected by the short-lived nature of wins and failures in the outside world. A raise might make you happy, but not getting one won't kill your spirit. Even though a delay is annoying, it won't make you lose your cool. This kind of security inside is the best kind of wealth. It helps you handle the tough things in life with ease and strength. It lets you enjoy your accomplishments without letting them take over your life. It's the base on which all other kinds of real success are built. Putting your inner calm first is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of ultimate strength and self-mastery that will give you a deep sense of happiness that no outside reward can ever fully match. The stories you tell yourself, the way you see the world, and the things you believe about yourself and what you can do are all very important. This framework inside you is your mindset, and it forms everything else around you. Everything that happens, every task, and every chance is seen through this lens. If you think about lack, self-doubt, or being a victim, you will always find reasons why things won't work out, why you're not good enough, or why other people are working against you. This way of looking at things restricts your abilities, keeps you from acting, and makes your limitations come true. But if you think about things in terms of resilience, growth, and opportunity, your view of the world changes. You don't see problems as impossible to solve. Instead, you see them as chances to learn and grow. You see failures as short-term detours instead of dead ends. You have faith in your ability to learn, change, and get through things. This upbeat and proactive way of thinking gives you the strength to act, keep going when things get hard, and be open to new experiences. It helps you see answers where other people only see problems. It makes you more creative and gives you hope, which moves you forward. The amazing truth is that you can't always change what happens in the outside world, but you can always change how you think about what happens. You can pick how to answer. You have the power to decide what your events mean to you. This pick gives you the most power. It's not about ignoring reality or acting like everything is fine. It's about picking a view that helps you and gives you the power to act in a meaningful and productive way. You can reach your full potential if you keep your mind on the things you can control, like your attitudes, your efforts, and your reactions. Creating a world that helps you grow and leads to great success is like being the architect of your own life. The most important thing that shapes your outer world is what's going on inside you. It seems countercultural to value delayed gratification in a world that constantly promotes instant gratification, and where everything from information to fun is at our fingertips. Still, it is necessary for any success that lasts and means something. Long-lasting success comes from being able to turn down pleasure or gain in the present in order to achieve something bigger and more important in the future. It's not about denying yourself. It's about making smart decisions that put your long-term goals and well-being first. You should plant a tree. You don't get the fruit or shade right away, and then you have to wait years. You have to prepare the soil, put the seed, water it regularly, keep pests away, and wait. It might be tempting to do nothing or plant a bush that grows quickly to feel good right away. But the long-term benefit of a strong, mature tree is the work that was put in over time. A lot of the most important things in life work in the same way. A lot of the time it takes years of study, hard work, and low pay before you get noticed or get big benefits for your efforts. It takes a lifetime of consistent work, understanding, and forgiveness to build a deep, meaningful friendship. Mastering a difficult skill takes a lot of time, practice, and patience, and you don't get any instant rewards. There is always the urge to skip steps, look for quick fixes, or give up when results don't show up right away. But people who can master delaying pleasure know that real value grows over time. They are ready to give up some things now so that the future will be much better. They know that the best benefits don't always come right away. This practice makes you very strong by teaching you patience, forethought, self-control, and resilience. Piece by careful piece, it shows you the deep satisfaction that comes from making something important and long-lasting. By learning to enjoy things later, you can break free from the need to get things right away. This will help you align your actions with your highest goals and create a truly abundant and happy future.